Hey, what's going on guys? Arix here, and in this video, we're talking about Final Fantasy 16. Yes, you heard me correctly, I did not get the numbers wrong. This was revealed in PlayStation's most recent stream. They didn't even save it to the end. This is the sort of thing that I would think you would save to the very end. They dropped this at the very beginning. They were not messing around, they dropped loads of great trailers in that, and we'll speak about some of the other ones in other videos in the coming days. But I want to talk about this because they just revealed Final Fantasy 16, and this is incredible. We didn't just get, a title, which they have done in the past. They gave us a title, some gameplay, CG, the trailer looks fantastic, the combat looks awesome, we've seen some returning summons, and most importantly, it's also thematically kind of a return to something we haven't seen for quite some time. We're back in the kind of traditional sort of fantasy setting for, Final Fantasy, which is really, really cool to see. Now, obviously, the trailer has just dropped, and if you guys want to watch it, I will link the original trailer down below, because of course I'm talking over the top of this one. And there's not a great deal of information out there, but there has been a PlayStation blog post, and there are a couple of things we can kind of glean from this. So I basically want to just sort of wrap up what we currently know on this. And of course, as and when we learn more, I'll be keeping you guys up to date because this looks incredible. Anyway, if you guys are excited for this, let me know in the comments down below. Drop a like on this video. And of course, if you want to stay up to date, then make sure you are subscribed because we'll be bringing you more videos for this game. But first things first, a couple of things to note for the trailer we're actually seeing. This wasn't actually running on a PS5. It was running on a PC that was emulating the PS5 experience. So it's still supposed to kind of indicate what the PS5 could do, but it's worth noting this is a PS5 console exclusive, but the game is also going to be coming to PC. So obviously there's a couple of places for you guys to check that out. And, while there are not too many details in the actual story, one thing that we can glean from the actual trailer itself is that it appears the story takes place over several decades, and you actually follow the main character as he grows from being a boy to a man. So story-wise, narratively speaking, that could be incredibly exciting. But if we turn our attention to the blog post, one of the reasons a lot of people are excited for this one is because Naoki Yoshida, or Yoshi P, whom you'll of course know from Final Fantasy 14, is working as the producer on this game. So just to be clear, because of course he has worked on 14, does not mean to say that this is an online MMO style game. This is your traditional narrative experience, but that may well of course be why you may get some parallels, some things that you may sort of see somewhat 14 inspired in the trailer. However, to kind of quote some of the stuff from the actual blog post, actually written by Yoshida himself, said, first things first, how did you enjoy the trailer? He says the exclusive footage, comprised of both battles and cutscenes running in real time, represents but a fraction of what our team has accomplished since the start of development on this, an all-new Final Fantasy game. In that span, the team's size has grown from a handful of core members to a full-fledged unit that continues to polish and build upon what they have created so far, all to provide players an experience unmatched in terms of story and gameplay. Our next big information reveal is scheduled for 2021, so we do have a little while to wait, but they did say in the meantime, I expect everyone to have fun speculating as we have a lot in store, not only for Final Fantasy 16, but also for Final Fantasy 14 too. Needless to say, he's going to be working hard on both. He then goes on to say that when Final Fantasy 1 was first released, he was just another player, a young student with big dreams, but by the time Final Fantasy 5 was in the works, he'd earned himself a seat at the developer's table, albeit at the very end. From there, he moved online, leaving his mark on both Final Fantasy 11 and Final Fantasy 14, and now he's turning his attention to 16. From the establishment of an all-new development environment to learning the ins and outs of the PlayStation 5, the team and I have been taking on countless challenges during our journey to bring you the 16th chapter in the storied Final Fantasy franchise. And through this, we're pouring our hearts and souls into this project each and every day. It may still be some time before we can get it into your hands, however, he promises it will be worth the wait. So that is obviously, from the blog post side of things, pretty much all we've seen. So obviously I imagine over the next few days there may be some more information that will surface from interviews, additional things like that. But I do want to kind of take a moment to kind of talk about combat, because combat in this looks incredible. Some of the flow for this, it's almost to a degree got like DMC elements to it. There's a part where there's almost this kind of ethereal fist when you kind of Shoryuken an enemy into the sky. That's definitely some sort of full-on Dante vibes. But I really, really like how the combat's playing out in this. So obviously we see the Dragoon in this as well. So, another kind of fun class to mess around with. We've seen some of the, returning summons, things that we're familiar with. And the idea of, spanning the story from the kind of young age to the sort of adult age is definitely going to be really interesting to follow. It's actually funny because some of you guys might remember, if you cast your mind back quite a few months ago, we did a video kind of on, the rumors and speculation around Final Fantasy 16, and some of that stuff is definitely, or has definitely come to light. So it's definitely kind of cool to sort of see that take shape. But anyway, for the time being, that is pretty much all we have so far. It looks really cool. Definitely very excited. Honestly, didn't see this one coming. Did not see this kind of, being the thing they dropped at the very beginning of a presentation. So that was a very, very nice surprise. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you hope to see from this? Whether that be returning stuff or just like, new mechanics, stuff like that. Let me know down below. And again, keep it locked for plenty more.
Stop this!
Second icon of fire. But that's impossible.
The legacy of the crystals has shaped our history. I'll kill you if it's the last thing I do.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, you can join the Arex Gaming Discord. We've got an awesome community over there with so many different channels for you to chat loads of different topics and different games. I'm in there, the team's in there. If you guys want to chat with us, find people to play with, it's just in general a great place to be. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of our future uploads.